365 field service. In this video, we'll understand what is Dynamic 365 field service and how does it work. But before that, we need to understand what is Dynamic 365 field service and why do we need it. So Dynamic 365 field service is a model-driven app which helps organizations to provide end-to-end services. And why do we need it? Because in a model digital world, its customer satisfaction and importance of technician performance are very important. Both of them can be achieved with the help of Dynamics 365 field service. How? The answer for that question is in this video. So without any delay, let's get started and understand the content of this video. In this video, we'll understand what are the application of field service, who are the agents of field service, what is field service flow, what is the life cycle of a work order, and lastly, learn to complete one work order cycle with the help of a case. Hi, I'm Dipangshi. So let's get started with the introduction of this video. Field service is a business application which helps organizations to deliver on-site services to customer location. What does this mean? This means any services which need to be performed at customer location can be held and delivered with the help of this business application. So I'll take an example for better understanding. Suppose I'm an owner of a washing machine company. So there are various services I need to provide like installation, delivery, services, maintenance. All these services can be achieved and performed and streamlined with the help of this Dynamic 365 field service application. How do we do that? For that application of field service, we can see there are four basic applications. One is work order, schedule board, mobile, billing. So right now you are not able to understand what are these. For better understanding, I will love to take you to the model-driven app so that we can get a little bit idea of what are these applications are. So without any delay, let's get started. This is the home page of field service application. Over here, this is called as navigation bar. Under the scheduling section, we can see work order, schedule board, booking. These were the entities we are talking of in the application of the field service application. Now coming over here, we can see this is called the service area. We can change the area depending upon the requirement. It could be a service type, sales types. There are different territories we can change according to our requirement. When we change the area accordingly, the navigation bar entity also changes. Now when we click on the field service title, we can see there are various applications associated with it. There are two field service application over here. One is field service, another one is field service mobile. In this particular video, we'll be mainly focusing on field service application only. We'll get a little bit idea of mobile, what is field service mobile also. Now we get the idea about how a field service application look like. Now we'll go to the PPT to get a better understanding of how field service work. So without any delay, let's get started. Of field service, starting with the work order. What is a work order? Work order is any service which need to be provided at the customer location is called as a work order. What is schedule board? Schedule board helps to book the suitable resource for the work order. Mobile application helps the resource to get the information about the booking. And lastly, billing is generated according to the service provided. Now we get the information and the understanding about what are the application of field service. For better understanding, I will like to take a real life example. We'll get a better understanding and better idea. For that, let's take an example. Suppose I'm an owner of a washing machine company and my customer called me. Suppose Sam has called me for the installation of a washing machine. So for that, our customer service agent will understand that Sam needs an installation of a washing machine. So he'll understand that and convert that particular case as a work order because he knows that installation of washing machine need to be performed at the customer location only. So he'll book that particular case as a work order. And now after booking the work order, the scheduler dispatcher will book the resource depending upon the requirement of installation with the help of a schedule board. Schedule board helps to provide the suitable resource information which is according to the requirement of our customer. Once the resource get the information that the booking is generated, it helps with the help of mobile app which gives the information about the booking, the service location and the service task. When the service provider get the information about the booking service and the service task, he'll perform that particular service and lastly the bill will be generated. Now we get that idea about the application of the field service. Now it's very important to understand who provide the services. They are the service agent or the service provider who helps to provide in the field service application. Field service. Starting with the customer service agent, who are the person. Customer service agent are the person who converts the cases into a work order. Cases can be generated by phone, email, or messages. Now, understanding of the case into a work order can only be converted in a case into a work order when it need to be served at the customer location. As we have seen in the previous example, as I have taken about the our organization got a call from the Sam for installation of a washing machine. I'll go ahead with the same example. As the installation of a washing machine need to be served at the customer location, then our customer service agent get the call from the Sam, and he understood that problem, and then he convert that particular case into a work order. Service manager, as the name says, that it tracks the performance matrix. Now, moving ahead with the dispatcher, it is also called a scheduler, who reviews and schedule the work with the help of a schedule board. Dispatcher understand the requirement as it is a work order kind of installation. So, depending upon the requirement, with the help of a schedule board, depending on the customer location, he understand the requirement and book a resource with the help of a schedule board. Moving ahead, the field technician is booked, and he is the person who is also called as a resource, who manage the assignment and provide the service, task, and the product required to serve the services. Next, moving ahead with the inventory manager, who provides the inventory to complete the service. Any inventory which is extra required for to provide any services, it could be anything, it could be any tool, it could be any product which will be provided by the inventory manager. Now we get the understanding about the agent of the field service. Now let's move ahead with the next PPT. Standard field service flow. Field service flow starts with the creation of a work order. Work order can be created either by case, opportunity, and agreement. Now, what are case, opportunity, and agreement? In fact, the entire field service flow can be easily explained with the help of a real life example. Since I have taken the example of a washing machine installation in the last segments also, I'll continue with that with the same example. Since we know that the SAM called for the installation of a washing machine to a customer service agent, in that case, that will be the case, and and since in that case, the installation of a washing machine need to be served at the customer location, and then our customer service agent will understand that, and he'll convert that particular case into a work order. Now we got the idea of a case. Case can be generated either by phone, mobile, or email, and with the help of that, the customer service agent understand, and he convert that particular case into a work order. Now coming to the opportunity. Now, since Sam was talking to the customer service agent, he also asked for the demonstration of a dryer. Now customer service agent understand its requirement. He understood that it could be a lead which will further convert it into opportunity, and since the demonstration of a dryer also need to be served at the customer location, so therefore he will convert that particular opportunity also, and that will further be created into a work order. Now coming to the agreement. What is the agreement? It is a maintenance request. Any product maintenance is equally important. For the maintenance of any product, agreement are generated. It is the arrangement between the customer and the service provider. Agreement could be any type. It could be daily, monthly, yearly, or quarterly, depending upon the arrangement between the customer and the customer service provider. Agreement can be generated either by automated or manually, since the maintenance of any product need to be served at the customer location, so therefore this is also responsible for the creation of a work order. Now we got the three conditions through which we can create a work order. Now by defining any of them, we can create a work order, but it can only be created with the help of an incident type. When we define incident type, then only we can create a work order. Now coming to the incident type. What is incident type? It is a service template which helps to create work order. It add more detail to the work order. Incident type could be any kind. It could be a product, service, or a service task. When a customer service agent understand about the case, he convert into a work order. He definitely identify the incident type and add incident type to the work order to create a work order, because it helps the scheduler dispatcher to book a resource. Now once the work order is generated, scheduling of booking of a resource is done, which could be done with the help of a schedule board. Schedule board is an application we have already discussed, which helps to book the resource depending upon the requirement of a work order. The scheduler or a dispatcher book a resource. Once the resource has been booked, for this particular case, as we know that Sam has asked for the installation of a washing machine as well as a dryer demonstration, then either the dispatcher or a scheduler will book two resources or one, depending upon the resource capability. It could be any scenario. The detailed booking detail will be explained in the next video, but we get an idea that it could be a two resource or a single resource depending upon the requirement and the capability of a resource. Once the resource has been booked, he'll get the information through its mobile. He'll get the information about the type of booking, location, and type of services. Once the resource has been booked, he will provide the service at the customer location, and lastly, after completion of the service, bill will be generated. Now this was the field service flow. According to our example, we know the field service flow. We have created a field service flow, and we know that the resource has been booked, and for the service delivery, the installation has been done of the washing machine, and after installation of the washing machine, bill will be generated. Now we get the idea of the field service flow. Now we'll move ahead with the next PPT, which is life cycle of a work order. What is a life cycle of a work order? Which starts with the open unscheduled work order. That is, let's move ahead. When we create a work order, that in that first scenario, the work order is open, and when the booking is not being scheduled, then the status will be unscheduled. Moving ahead with the second scenario, the work order is still open, but the booking has been created, then the status has converted into scheduled booking. In this third condition, work order is still open, but the booking has been accepted by the resource, and he is in progress of the service. The third condition, the work order is still open, but the status has changed into complete the assignment done. That means work has been done. And lastly, the work order status has changed to close only when the bill is generated. Now this was the life cycle of a work order. Now we'll understand in the model driven app how we create a work order with the help of a case. So let's move ahead. Now we have get the idea about what field service is and how does it work. Now we'll practically see how to create a work order cycle with the help of a case. For that, we'll go to the model driven app itself. We see the navigation bar. Under the service delivery section, we'll go towards a case. As we are creating a work order with the help of a case, we'll click on case. Now it will take us to a new page, which is my active case. We can choose any one of the case over here, or we can add a new case. Since we are talking about a work order cycle, so we'll click any of the active cases. Now for that, we have to think about the case. Now I am going to take the same case about the installation of a washing machine, and we'll go ahead with the same case. Since the case is about installation, we'll click on that, which will take us to the form page of the case, where we get the entire detail of this particular case, which has the summary page, which gives the information about case and its origin and its customer detail. We see the case has three stages. One is identification, research, and resolve. Now to convert any work order, we know there are two basic conditions. First, we select from the category section. We have choose this particular category is case type, and now second, we have to define the incident type. For incident type, we'll go to the field service section, and now we have to define the incident type. We have to choose the incident type, that which kind of work order type it is. This is very important. We have to choose it wisely. Since this is an installation request, so I'm going ahead with the same selection which is already selected, which is installation. And in the functional location, we have to write the customer location over here. Once we are done with that, we'll convert this particular case into a work order. It could take a couple of seconds, and then we are ready to go or good to go for the creation of a work order. Now we can see that our work order has created successfully. Now we'll go ahead, and it will take us to the new work order page, and thus we can see over here a new work order has created, and we have got a new work order number. In the summary, we get the entire information which we have seen in the case has transferred over here. Here we see there are three stages of a work order. One is work order, the second is scheduled work order, and last is closed work order. We have seen in the life cycle, first work order is created, and then we schedule the resource. Now once the work order is created, now the next stage is we have to schedule a resource for this particular work order, since it's a installation request. So we have to book a resource for the installation. There are two ways through which we can do it. We can directly do it from here, but I would love to take you to the schedule board. So I'm going to click over here under scheduling section. I'm going to click on schedule board. This is an amazing application, you must see of over here. This gives us a variety of things to do in the schedule board. Here we get all the resources entry, which we can filter the resource according to our requirement. This is the panel through which we can book any of the resource. Over here we have some entities which are very astonishing. This is the Bing Math, which show the live location of the resource, and it also shows the direction of the customer location. Over here we are not going to much detail in this particular video, because in this video I have just shown an idea of how this field service works and how easy it does for any organization. Now since we have to book our resource, it's a very simple drag and drop process. Just we have to click on unscheduled work order, which filter all the unscheduled work orders. And since we know our work order number is 0055, we'll just click drag and drop on the resource we want. So I'm just dragging it and dropping it at our resource, which is here. And now we are ready to create a booking. So now our booking requirement, resource start date, end date is over here. Now we are good to go, and just we have to click on book. By doing that, it could take a couple of seconds, and then we are ready to click, and I guess it will take few seconds, and then our new booking has been generated. It will be marked over here. You can see we have successfully booked. And now I will love to show you how it will look like on the resource mobile app, how the information has been transferred on the resource mobile. So let's have a look at the resource mobile first. Now this is the look for the resource mobile. We get the information. This is on the booking. He get the information about the booking, that an installation request is over here. I would love to show you some basic features here. When he click on this, we get my work in the at home, my work. We get booking, activities, work order. If he'll click on work orders, he'll get the information about what are the active work orders and what are the work order he has got all the information over here. Now we are going towards the booking, where we get the information about the booking. If we'll click on the booking, we can see that under the general condition, he get all the information that your booking has been scheduled, and he is given the information of the start time and end time. If we'll click on the customer, he'll get the information about the customer and its location. If we click about the service, he'll get the information on what kind of service he has to perform, and if what are the kind of task he has to perform. If now going back to the general category, if the resource has accepted the booking, then he will change the status to in progress. That means he has accepted the booking and he is ready to go to the customer location, and by saving that, he has saved that thing. And now I'll show you a magic, and by that we can see whatever the changes the resource is doing will be reflected on our application. So let's first go that and check it out, and then we'll come back over here. Now we have seen that the resource has changed the status toward the system has scheduled to in progress. That means he has accepted the booking. We are going to check whether this has been reflected in our application or not. Now we see on the word owner section, we will see that what is the system status. Now you can see it is reflected over here, that is in progress. So this means that both the applications are interconnected. The changes done by the resource on the mobile app will be reflected over here to the customer service agent. Now we get this information. Now we are moving ahead, and we'll go to the mobile app and see how he perform the task and how the information has been transferred. So let's go to the field service mobile app again. Now after converting that into in progress, he can change the status to arrive. That means he has arrived at the customer location, and then when he'll go to the service, he will see what other kind of task is provided. Once he is done with the task, he'll click on this service task. By clicking on it, shows that the task has been completed and the installation has been done. In the note section, he can write out on some notes which are added, and over here in the signature section he can ask the customer after their satisfaction. They can do the signature and confirm it. That means the service has been provided and the customer is satisfied with the service done by him, so he'll click on save. That means whatever update he is doing has been saved. Now coming back to the general, that means he has provided service because he has tick marked the service task. That means the service has been provided. That leads to the complete the task, and that means the resource has completed the task and he's going to save it. Now this is showing the successful. That means the resource has completed task, and then this means this particular work order cycle. Let's see the what is the now the status as shown on the field service application. Now we can see the resource has updated the system with the system status is now complete. That means the schedule work order, that means the work order which has been set schedule has been completed, and then we'll go to the next stage which says that we are going to close the work order because the work order has been completed and the customer is satisfied. That means our work order life cycle is been finished. This was all about in this video. Hopefully we have enjoyed the video and you have loved the video. That's all. Thank you. Stay healthy, stay connected.